Hi, I'm Paul Perdue, and I'm the infrastructure nerd.
And I'm Mary Jo Boyd, and I'm a legal technologist.
There is a really great report in tabs called the Recap of Hours report that administrators, managing partners, and even the timekeepers themselves can use to keep track of all the time that's been entered.
But what if they don't have rights or access to tabs 3?
Well, we developed a report in PracticeMaster that pretty much mimics that functionality, and we even give it away to people.
Can you show us how that works?
Sure. Now, there's a wonderful report in tabs 3 called the Recap of Hours report. And if we go into reports and transaction reports and recap of hours, we can see a report that gives us all sorts of wonderful information. And this is what the basis was for us to develop the PracticeMaster equivalent. Now I'm looking at Michael Jensen, who doesn't have much time. Let's see if anybody else has more time. This is sample data, but it shows for each day the billable, non-billable hours and summarizes by week and lets you drill down and see the transactions. This is the information that the attorneys are wanting to see, but as we said in the opening, a lot of times either management or the administrator or the billing department don't want the attorneys in tabs, especially in our clients that have PracticeMaster and have attorneys perhaps entering time in PracticeMaster and maybe using tabs 3 Connect to enter time. They just don't want them in the main tabs program for a number of different reasons. So what we did is we developed a report, and it's over here in PracticeMaster. And it is a report writer report, which means you have to go into the report writer, and we call it the FEEC recap report. And if I print this, I can specify a certain timekeeper, or I can leave it open and specify all. I can specify a date range, and for now I'm going to leave it on what our sample data thinks is today, even though it's not, 11/17/14. I'm going to print it, and for us I'll preview it so we can see it. And here we have the time that was entered for Michael Jensen. If I scroll down to the next page, here's time for Pam, who doesn't have any. That's it's all test time. Now let's take this same report and make it for a range of days. Let's make it from the very beginning of November to what it thinks is today, the 17th. And again, we'll do it for all timekeepers. Here we have a little bit more information, letter to client. We summarize things by the day. So on 11/7 we had some time. On 11/17 we had some time. Now obviously, if you're looking at this report as a timekeeper, you're going to be concerned about where that missing time is. Here's some for Pam. Here's RPA. I think that's Ron Anderson. Here's Rob, whoever Rob is. So what you get is a list of time. Let's go to somebody who's got more than one entry. You've got a list of time broken down by day with the worked and billed hours, the rate that's charged for that particular entry, the amount that it works out to, subtotals by day, subtotals by timekeeper, every timekeeper on a new page. And if we said, for instance, that we wanted MLJ, I'm going to have to guess here. I think he's timekeeper number, let's just go look. Who is MLJ? And number 1, okay. So if we go back into that report, reports, report writer, fee recap, print, and we simply say 1 through 1, and then do that expanded date range of beginning of the month to today. And there we have it. Now we're looking at just MLJ. Now, I can take this report and I can put it on the menu, the reports menu in PracticeMaster, so that when you click on reports, if you use this customize option, we can put it right here. We can also make it a user-activated workflow, and what that means is I could have it under take action, or I'm sorry, under workflows. There would be something over here to print timekeeper, print fee recap. And so a timekeeper could be in PracticeMaster working in the client file or the calendar and have a workflow right over here that takes them straight to that report. So for all intents and purposes, it gives the attorneys and timekeepers the same information that they want to get from the tabs 3 recap of hours report. It gives the administrators and the managing partners the reassurance that they're not in tabs, because in a lot of firms, that's what we're headed toward, wanting to keep the timekeepers out of the tabs system. Now, very quickly, I'll just show you how you drop that in. And I think I alluded to the fact at the beginning that that we will give this to you. And so if I were to happen to email it to you, it really just goes in your STI directory in a subfolder called CM Report. If you drop that file that I would send to you in here, and more likely than not, what's going to happen is if you tell me you want it, I'm just going to connect to your computer and put it in there. But it's really just a file that goes into this folder, and once that's in there, if we go into PracticeMaster, go into Reports, and rebuild the table of contents, which is right here, then that goes out and looks at the directory and says, oh, I got a new report, and it adds it to the list, and there you have it. So that's it. That's the PracticeMaster-based recap of hours or fee recap report. And there it is, the PracticeMaster-based recap of hours report.
And that's just one more way that we can help you worry less
And practice more.